Hello there, I'm Big Alias, and come with me, and you'll be in a world of awful introductions. Hey, do you know what? That's not bad. I actually fit the syllable count, but yes, we are talking about current affairs today. Something I don't really like doing. I don't usually talk about current affairs, but this one is so funny that I can't really avoid it. And I do think, me being me, there's going to be some sort of like grander conversation about this, and I want to have that chat with you because I feel that it's time. And it's actually honestly something that I've been meaning to talk about, but I haven't really got the chance. So this Willy Wonka situation is very funny, though. It's absolutely hilarious. So what happened was basically some people, or maybe a guy, I'm not entirely sure, created a bunch of AI art in advertisement for a Willy Wonka immersive experience, and it looked like amazing, except all the posters looked a little bit off, and the grammar and spelling, well, that was phenomenal. None of them were words. They looked like words printed underneath the posters, you know, describing what the situation would be like. But no, they weren't real words. They weren't actually words, and it was just awful spelling, and that was a red flag. An immediate red flag. But it was up in Glasgow, I think. It was £40 a ticket to go to this experience, which, by the way, I think that's a little bit off too. I mean, charging, the same price for all tickets is kind of a bit of a weird red flag as well. It feels as though people are just trying to scoop up the money rather than having like varying prices and stuff like that, depending on the situation. But people went, and it was just terrible. It looked like a meth lab. There's that very famous image. I'm not going to put it in here because I really can't be bothered, but look it up. It's the Oompa Loompa image from the Willy Wonka experience. It's pretty amazing. Yeah, she looks like a cross between Walter White and the Water Malone guy from Vine. Just absolutely phenomenal. And yeah, it was just a complete dire experience. They had a character called the Unknown, which was scary as hell, and scared all of the kids as well going to it. So it's a very creepy situation. They ended up calling the police and asking for their money back because, as I can't remember who I was watching, but someone said, if 4 people went to this, that's 160 quid, dude. That's a lot of money to just walk around what is effectively basically an empty warehouse. But there is a larger conversation connected to this because obviously people were tricked into this by the means of AI. Someone typed in a bunch of keywords into whatever, ChatGPT or whatever it is, and got all of this. And it's upsetting and it's annoying because we always talk about like how AI sucks. And I'm not on board with AI. I think it's really a path that we should really be considering a lot more than we are. We seem to be diving headfirst into it, but that's a greater conversation. Currently, we talk about the issue of AI in a sort of ethical, moral sense, like, oh, it's stealing art and taking food out of the mouth of artists and stuff like that, and that's absolutely accurate. I completely agree. But we don't talk about like the larger societal issues, which is going to be pretty freaking dangerous. And I just said freaking. Bunch of freaking frogs! It can be. It could be very dangerous and very misleading, and in this case has led to a con. I mean, these people wouldn't have been able to put on such a convincing advertising campaign and get people through the doors if it wasn't for AI. Clearly these people are kind of creatively bankrupt and aren't able to do that, so they're writing a check that they can't cash. And I can only see this happening more. I can only see more of this happening in the future. Just complete falsehoods, luring people into situations. Now, we don't know that these people could have had far more nefarious intentions. They could have been gathering people to do something a lot worse. I won't say on YouTube, but I think you can fill in the blanks. See any wavy web surf video to find out the kind of thing that I'm talking about. It could be very nefarious and very scary. These people were conned out of money, and I mean they were, people probably lost in excess of like 200 quid going to this damn thing because of AI, and this is only going to continue happening, and we have to be more wary of this. Now, yes, okay, look, a lot of people would say, how did you fall for this? Clearly it was AI, but let's not forget that not everyone's aware of what AI looks like. And I guess the overall message should be that we have to be cautious because unfortunately all of the big companies like Samsung are using AI to advertise their phones now. Like they're saying, oh yeah, it comes with this AI system, to a bunch of people who should be, and from what I can tell based off of comments and videos, not happy with AI at all and kind of standoffish with AI. But I think that it's an indictment of the notion that actually you're not everyone, and the people who are wary about AI, they're not everyone. They don't encompass everyone, and that your conversation and your thoughts about AI are not indicative of what everyone thinks. They're not universal. And clearly, if Samsung are advertising to this demographic, then there is a demographic to advertise to, which is concerning, to say the least, because these are always also the people who are probably not going to be aware when they, when something that has been falsified approaches them, and that's how situations happen that are like this. And unfortunately, this kind of falls on deaf ears, because whatever I say now, however I present this, it's not going to get through to people. It's not going to, even if this got like 1 million views, it's not going to hold back the tidal wave of AI that's coming, and this weird experimental phase that we're going through at the moment. And it's not going to hold back the way in which people interact with AI, which can be very dangerous and very scary. And we don't know what's going to happen next. I don't know. I mean, it's only getting better, it's only getting more effective. Better is a very tenuous term, but yeah, it's only getting more effective, and it's, yes, okay, I'm concerned that this type of thing can happen. At the moment, we're okay because it's stupid, and, for most of us, we can sort of spot AI, but how long will that be the case? It's food for thought. Not to scare you too much, but to have a think about it. Anyway, I guess I'll see the whole lot of you later.
The PlayStation's only $149, and you can also get leading titles.